On this week's show, blast off as we jet to Jupiter, travel through time and join the cast of Starchitects on their journey to the moon. It's an interplanetary Faboo News. Let's start the show!
Space. It's big. So big. Real big.
Ow!
Sorry. This is the expedition of the USS Inceptum. Its journey taking it to far-off worlds and squiggly, wiggly aliens. Follow its crew and their epic adventures in Wagon Train in Space. Ow! 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 I think they've lost it. Did they ever have it? I'm not sure what it is now. Whatever it is, it can't include the word Trek. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Faboo News. I'm Al.
And I'm Kai.
And this is the news show that gives you the good stuff. Fun activities and uplifting news stories from across the globe. First up, have you ever wondered what it would be like to travel back in time? Have you?
You mean swoosh back to see the Beatles live or the moon landing? Oh, that would be amazing!
Did you know scientists have already seen a form of time travel in action?
No way.
All the way. But not like Doctor Who's TARDIS. No, they used a beam of light and some very special, super cold gas. By firing light into a cloud of rubidium gas, they were hoping to see just how the gas would react to the light. What they weren't expecting was that the light seemed to come out the other side of the gas cloud before it had even gone in.
Whoa! You're blowing my mind.
What they were seeing was something called negative time, a weird effect of quantum reality.
Oh, like in Ant-Man, when things are smaller than atoms?
That's right, Kai. When you study things that small, you get some really weird results. In this case, negative time.
So, when do I pick up my time machine?
Sadly, taking people back in time is a bit beyond current technology, but who knows what we might discover tomorrow.
I took out some half-chewed gum the other day, and I'd love to know where I put it. There was still some flavour left.
Yeah. Did you know light is the fastest thing in the universe? Nothing is faster. It travels at 186,000 miles every second. The thing about the universe is that the universe is vast. Even traveling at 186,000 miles a second, it still takes light 8 minutes to go from our sun to the Earth. When you look up at the night sky and you look up at the stars, you're seeing light that has been traveling for millions of years. And if you were out there in a galaxy far, far away, and you were looking at the planet Earth through a really powerful telescope, then you would see the planet as it looked back in the time of the dinosaurs.
I don't know why we didn't think of it before. We've got all the stuff. We can create our own version of Wagon Train in Space.
Yeah.
You can be Captain Burke.
And you can be my feisty second-in-command, Dr. Spink. But we're gonna need some weird aliens. You know, icky, disgusting, gross, gloopy. I mean, where are we gonna find them?
Okay, hey, now I made this paper aeroplane myself. All by myself. Oh, except Mum gave me the instructions.
Oh, your mum sounds amazing.
The biggest fossil in the world was found under a school in America.
Under a school?
Yeah?
Well, how did they find that? Do you know?
No?
No idea.
No.
Wow, I wonder what they were doing. I'm gonna have to find out. Join our Faboo crew by visiting FabooNews.com and you could be part of the show. Share your Faboo News by clicking on Faboo Yous and let's build our Faboo News family. One positive news story at a time. You can also support the show by joining our Patreon for exclusive perks and watch each episode a whole week before anyone else. All of this and more at FabooNews.com. Now, back to the show.
Still to come. Good news for wolves. We fly to the moon. And will Al and Kai get their show on the road? But first...
No, Galen, you can't take over the ship, even with your hordes of robots.
Hey, it's good, Al, but it's a bit subtle.
Oh.
Hey, do you think there is life out there, like in the show? NASA, the American Space Agency, recently launched a spaceship to find out.
The Europa Clipper mission is heading over 1.8 billion miles to the planet Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. But it's not going out there to look at the planet. Its target is one of Jupiter's moons, Europa.
For life to exist as we know it, it needs liquid water. And there's plenty on Earth. Just look out the window. But out there in the solar system, it's a bit harder to find. Europa is one of the few places we know of that has it. And that makes it a prime target in the search for life.
Yeah, but don't think we're gonna find some bug-eyed monsters or exterminating tin cans. If we do find life out there, it's likely to be really small, like bacteria. And it's gonna take some time. Jupiter is so far away that the Europa Clipper won't arrive until 2030. But I'd put it in your diary. You don't want to miss it. The moon! We've been fascinated by our celestial neighbor for thousands of years. Al recently went to see physical theatre specialists Motionhouse as they prepared to visit the moon in their stage show, Starchitects.
Wow! So exciting! I'm backstage with Motionhouse. Say hi, guys. Hey. Oh, it's lovely to meet you. What's this room called?
This is one of the dressing rooms.
A dressing room. Oh, well, you all look dressed already. Oh, if you don't mind me saying, I'm quite glad. Yeah. So, what's the show about, guys?
The show is about a group of kids who use their imagination and travel all the way into space and land on an alien planet.
Space! Wow, did you have to do any research? Anyone here went to the International Space Station?
Oh, in the show we have to do lots of training to get ready to go into space.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Astronaut school, we call it.
Astronaut school? That's not like regular school where you have to do maths and things, is it?
No, you gotta do much more fun things, don't you?
Much more fun things. I hear there's a monster in this show, right? Is that right?
There is.
What kind of monster? Is it a scary monster or is it a friendly monster?
I think he's friendly.
I think he's misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
Yeah.
Misunderstood.
He's big and green and slimy and slinky.
And he chases us all over the place.
What's your favorite moment in the show?
That's a very good question.
My favourite moment is when we're floating in the air. It's like a zero gravity. We're hanging off these guys that are stood holding us and we're just floating in the air and it feels really nice.
Fantastic. So, you've been doing this for 2 years. Do you ever trying to switch it up, put in new moves?
Oh yeah, we're always like trying to change it, aren't we? And like add in a bit of like ad-lib and some like acting and stuff.
Trying to make each other laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the best way. I try and do that with my sister. I try telling her jokes. That doesn't normally go well. She doesn't understand them. You must be exhausted. How many times do you perform a week?
Well, this week we're doing 6 shows.
6
But it
shows?
varies.
Oh my God. You don't need to go to a gym at all, do you? No.
We use each other as the gym.
You use each other as the gym. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys up there. You better get ready now.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? So let's say break a leg.
Break a
Break
leg.
a leg, yeah. But not really. Don't really do that. It's the monster! Yeah! That one's so cool! Yeah! Woo! Woo! You may have heard that wolves howl at the moon. Well, that's a bit of a myth. But there's a lot of Faboo wolf news out there. Conservation efforts in the EU have led to a huge growth in the number of grey wolves across Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands, where they were once at risk of extinction.
20,000 wolves now roam the wilder areas of Europe, hunting and living just as wolf packs did 1,000 years ago. Mexican wolves are also seeing a surge, with numbers increasing for 9 years straight.
It can be difficult to count how many wolves roam in the wild areas. Some are tagged with electronic colors, but many others are not. So rangers have to sweep huge areas with helicopters and drones to track them down.
Wolves lick the insides of each other's mouths to learn about each individual. Is that what Mum and...
Do you think our aliens are ready? Perfect.
Wake up! many shots like that, Captain. The shields can't take it.
Reroute auxiliary power from the plasma engines.
I can't do that.
Are the Muxions using a jamming ray to freeze the nuon coils?
No, I don't know what reroute means.
The big yellow button! The big yellow button!
Ooh.
So, Burke, our long rivalry has finally come to an end. Now your ship will be destroyed! But first, I have something to tell you. I am your gardener.
Dinner's ready.
Oh, nice, yeah. Will Captain Burke and the intrepid crew of the USS Inceptum triumph over the evil Gelon? Have our heroes met their doom? And who is going to look after the captain's petunias now? Find out in the next exciting episode of Wagon Train in Space. Thank you for joining us for this week's Faboo News. It's been great seeing you. We'd love you to join us next week when we'll be looking at even more positive news stories from across the globe. Just search for Faboo News. That's F-A-B-O-O.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the show with others. And find us on all our socials to keep building the Faboo News family. You are our Faboo crew.
Until next week, stay kind, stay positive, and keep being your Faboo You.